Everyone, this is Anthony from hamptonsnewyork.com. This is a quick video, well, maybe not that quick. It's probably going to be a few minutes long. This is once you've created an account with us, once you've registered, this is how you will be able to create a listing. Just going over some brief things, where you go, what you click on, and what you can do. You can see from the front page here some different things that are going to be in this video. Getting found in Google, downloadable PDFs, the different listing types. Engagement is going to be part of the get found in Google thing, but I'm going to show you here how you do this. On our home page, I already have an account. If you've already created an account and you know how to log in, then the icon on the right hand side, if you see here, I have the H, which is our logo for Hamptons, New York. This shows up because of my profile. So I recommend that everybody upload a nice profile picture, either a logo, a headshot, or something that describes your business, because this profile picture follows you across the website and shows up where people can message you. But let's say you do have the profile picture up there, then that little icon will now be your profile picture once you log in. So in order to create a listing, you come over here to that same resource tool tab, and you click on it, and you see you got a couple different things in your drop down. Most of this are pretty self-explanatory, but you come to the create a listing button and you click on that. Now it's going to give you a listing page. In here, just so you guys know, you see at the top it says create a listing. Right over here, all the way to the right, you can save this as a draft. So let's say you're, I don't know, spending 15 minutes on it, and you got to run out the door, answer a phone, go, talk to a customer, or just want to come back later to handle it. You can just hit save as a draft and always come back to it. Nice little key feature there. Your first thing we start out with is your description. So your main listing title. This title will show up on Google. Whatever you type in here will be your title in your Google snippet. So if you don't know what a Google snippet is, I'm going to show you here. I don't know, let's go to Google and type in something like, I don't know, beaches, right? Okay, this right here is the title. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to advertise to people. Here, beaches, this colon, New York City parks. That's the title. What you type in here will be what shows up here. So you can type in however you want this to show up, and that's how it will carry over to Google. Now, over here, this is where your main listing description will go. And I have in here the first 160 letters will be your Google description. I actually think it might be a little bit shorter than that. I think it's the first 156 letters or 166 letters. Either way, that description will be this right here. That is the description right there. So whatever you type in here will show up there. If you choose to use the headings, you can definitely use these. This is a very simple, traditional toolbar tab for typing in a description. Left-hand alignment of the center, the right. If you want to enter in links for a website or something else, you can do that. You can add in bullets, you could add in numbered list, bold. It's all pretty much here. I recommend for headings that you use heading number 3 or smaller. Heading number 1 shows up extremely large on the front of the website. It's really designed for like a one-page title type of thing. If you use it, you use it. You have the choice to do so, but it might not make your listing look the way you'd like it to. So definitely a 2 might be a little bit too big, but definitely heading number 3 looks nice and proportionate. I recommend you do that. But whatever the first 160 characters are will be your Google description, and I recommend you put in something really attractive because people will see it when they search in Google. Over here, categories. Categories are going to be what your business is about. So whatever it is, you're an architect and developer, you would click this. You do have the ability to click multiple categories. So let's say you're I don't know. Let's go down here. Let's say you're a bar and nightlife. Besides a bar and nightlife, you're also a cafe. And then let's say down here you're also a restaurant, right? I mean, this is customary. Not every business is one-sided. A restaurant could have a bar, it could have a coffee shop during the day. Let's say you're a bed and breakfast or a yacht club, and you also host events, and you also have I don't know, a store for people to shop in. You can select multiple. I recommend no more than four. Um, Only because it shows up too much on the front of the site. But you do have the ability to create multiple listings. You can also come here and create one listing with its own title for each and every part of your business. This is one of the beauties of the website, because if you have a separate listing, it will have separate titles like this in the Google. And you can have one say restaurant, one say your bar, one say your coffee shop, and it can show up separately to give you more exposure. That's what I meant by engagement. When you saw the front page of the video, that's what I mean. You're going to be able to do more than you think with this. This here is the type of business that you have. So a type of listing. I'm sorry, this is the type of listing. So if it's your main business listing, you click business. You can only, you really should only click one of these, but you can click multiple if you need. But for example here, businesses, if you're hosting an event, let's say it's an outdoor art gallery or something, or a car show, this is a listing for an event. For sale and for rent, and in contract, these are all things that are and sold are all things that are designed for real estate. Are you a people profile, like a blogger or something? You can do that too. But to list your business, basically choose your categories here, come here, click businesses, and it'll show up as a business on the front end of the site, and a business listing. And the same thing, an event. And this is what I meant on the front of this video. When I started, I said different types of listings. That's what I was talking about. These are different types. You can post a job. Let's say you have a job for your your store or your business. And then daily messages is going to be something that's going to be probably a little bit down the road. It's going to show up all throughout the website, as like a updated post, or a message letting people know something new took place within your business. Okay, so down here, price. This is mostly used if is mostly used for real estate, but you could also use this for anything else that requires a price. Let's say you're posting a job and your job pays $15 an hour. You might want to put that in there. If if you don't have to, you can put it anywhere. But if you like, you can put it in there as well. Your location, put in an address. It doesn't have to be an address if you don't want people to know your physical address. You can just put it in the town. If it's East Hampton, put in East Hampton. Put in the zip code. It'll show up on the front end of the website as the location. So over here, which fork? Definitely choose this. A couple of people are not choosing this. It makes it a little bit harder for people to find your listing if you don't choose the fork, because here I'm going to show you. I'm going to choose South Fork, and then when I come over here to which town, and I choose the town that I'm in, it only shows South Fork towns. So if you forget to click on that, people aren't going to be able to find you as easy on the front end of the site. Just putting that out there. Definitely make sure you choose which fork, you choose which town. Again, If you have multiple locations, let's say you have a North Fork and a South Fork and a Riverhead location, you can come up here and create a different listing for each location, and then keep it each listing separate for each location, so that you have one listing for South Fork, one listing for your North Fork location, and one for your Riverhead. And you can do the same thing with the towns as well. If you're in multiple towns, you can do that as well. Over here is going to be your map. If you know the latitude and longitude of your address, definitely put those in here. If you put the address up here, this, I believe, automatically pulls over the longitude and latitude. It's not really that important, but you can always find it in Google if you need to. Street view, this is really important. If you want people to be able to see the front of the street view, what your business looks like, hit show. And it will allow people to see the front end of your actual address from the listing. Realtors use this a lot. Sometimes they want people to see what the house looks like. Sometimes they don't. So you can hide that. And that's, because maybe the person that's selling the house doesn't want people, knocking on their door or driving by taking pictures. Features, definitely click as many of these as you can. It really does help. So, if you are insured, most businesses have insurance. Click insured. It definitely helps out. What it does is it adds to your listing populating in Google. So it'll show through different archives in the back end of the website. It might show, New York City parks insured. Or my restaurant is insured, my restaurant is pet friendly. It will add different connections. So don't just click one of these. Some people are like, oh, I'm just going to click the pet friendly and that's it. Definitely click all that apply. It really does make a difference. Media. Minimum size for pictures, it says right here, you can actually put something smaller in there, like a 1200 by 700. You click select here. I'm not going to do it now, but you click select and you will be able to choose images from your computer. Once you do, the images will show up down here as tiles. Here it says click on the star icon to select the one you want to be your cover image. So that'll be the main image that shows up on your profile when people land on it. And then the others will be a gallery or a selection of images for people to skim through and look at your business and what you offer. The inside of your store, people having fun and enjoyment, whatever it is you put in there. You have the ability to put up a video. The video will show up on your website. It'll show up on I'm sorry, not your website. It'll show up on your actual listing on the front of our site. I recommend using YouTube. It's better formatted for this. You just drop in the actual URL and it's automatic. You can put up any length of video here. It could be a 30-minute video. But I would recommend the video being just something that goes hand in hand with your listing. And remember, you can put multiple listings. So if you have different locations or different services and you have a separate video for each service, definitely take advantage and give yourself extra exposure by creating another listing for each one. Over here, this is where you can upload attachments, PDF files. Make them PDF files. Now, this is awesome. What you do here is whatever you have that you want people to be able to download on the front of the website. This could be a coupon. This could be a menu. It could be a pre-registration form. It could be a floor plan to your real estate that you're selling. It could be directions. It could be a brochure, a pamphlet. Definitely put it here if you want people to be able to download it and save it into their phones, save it into their computers and print it out. And you can add multiple ones. You can put 3, 4, 5 of them. So you can have like your main one be, your, I don't know, directions to our location, a map, and that can always be there. And then you can have, other ones that you select and add in, from time to time to update people. The only thing I'm going to say about this, make sure it's PDF. It's the best format for this. Anything else may work, may not work. PDF covers all devices, all computers, all software, and it's the easiest to download if someone doesn't have a really good connection. The most important thing with this, when you select the attachment, whatever the name is of the attachment that you put in there, like let's say I put in this Hamptons, my JPEG for the front of the website, that will be the name on the front end. So if you save a PDF, choose a title for that file that you save that will tell people what it is on the front of their website. So if it's our store hours or our directions or directions to my restaurant, write that as the title on for the actual saved PDF, and that's what will show up on the front of the website. Then definitely you have to click this, otherwise it doesn't save it. We're not allowed to store information unless you agree to and consent to us, or you actually storing your information on the listing. For the listing on the site. I'm going to show you what the listings look like in the back end of the website. These are listings that I created, back when I started the site. You see what they look like. You can come and you can always, click on them, and you can always come back in and update them. This is that one listing that I created for the front end of the site. You see, when you use a really full-size picture in HD, this is how it looks. People just want to show you different things they can do here. They can click on the right-hand side. If you look at the bottom of the sneaker, by the heel of the sneaker, I'm rolling over the printer button. People will be able to print the listing. That's an ability you might want people to be able to print it and carry it with them. Here, this is if they want to share it. LinkedIn, Pinterest, WhatsApp, they can send it to themselves in an email to a friend. And then this here is if they want to click it and like it. If people like your listings, very important, what happens is that creates a connection in the back of the system that lets them know if you ever change this listing. So like, let's say somebody likes this listing here, and then I come in a couple days later and I change it. I add a different, text over here. It'll email them and let them know something was changed. So definitely, that's a good thing. This is not just a basic throw a post up their website. Trying to show this to people. If you look on the right hand side, here's my logo. That's why I was saying definitely it helps people recognize your branding. They can send you a message. These are clickable links that you can put in your listing. If you remember, you have the ability in the actual text to do that. You can highlight and add a link. I have a couple links in here because it's always good to put a link or two. These pictures are in here. You won't be able to put pictures inside of your listing. Your pictures will all show up actually here. And then people will be able to click this right. If you look to the right, this blue square, and they'll get a gallery pop-up slider. I actually put the listings in the listing because I used the back end of the website to do this, and there's SEO reasons why I did this. But yours will actually, it's better for you to put it on the front because people can scroll through them. It makes it faster for people to download the listing on their phones if it's in the gallery. The way I've had this set up actually slows it up a little bit. Not going to get into the details. You see that people can scroll down and they can always message you at the bottom, your location. They can open this in Google Maps. I'm not going to do it because this location is blanketed across everything. It's really not going to show anything. But if you have an actual address in here, people will be able to click on here and it'll take them right to the map version of it. Also on the front end up here, it will show a little icon if they want to look at the street view. This does not have a street view set up on it, but people will be able to click on that and it'll show them the actual front of your business, which is pretty cool. People like to see it and look at it. Here, this is the, click everything. I was telling you, click everything that's, applicable to your business, your contact information. Again, the logo, very important. And here's where all of your different social media links would pop up. So people find you, maybe they want to follow you on Instagram because, that's, they're an Instagrammer and that's what they want to do. So you'll gain a follower this way too. View listings, this takes people to all the other listings you may have. They can send you a message here. And that's it. I just want to show you guys how to do this. So just remember, click here, create a listing. Most of it's self-explanatory, just putting in some different things for you to understand about this. All right, guys, any questions, shoot us an email. You can always do that on the website. This is the best place right here where it says contact us. I hope this video isn't too long. I hope it's good enough and explanatory enough. Trying to keep them short, but there's a lot of important stuff for you to know. There's more to it than just throwing listings up there. All right, guys. Well, look forward to showing you the next video, and take care.